Welcome to Growing Younger Health and Fitness podcast designed for people over 40. Can I lose fat around my tummy? In this podcast today, we're going to explore whether it is possible to target specific body parts when you're trying to lose weight. My name is Alex Blazewski. I'm a physio from Growing Younger. So the topic of today's episode is really, can you lose weight? Most commonly people ask about their stomach area, but also anywhere else, like your thighs, your neck. People quite often want to target certain body parts to lose weight from. So the short answer, and a bit of a spoiler, is that no, you cannot. Unfortunately, you cannot determine which parts of the body you will be losing weight from. Now, you can lose weight from pretty much the whole body, and that means that you will lose weight from that area as well. But you cannot specifically target that particular part of the body. Now, this is probably one of the most common myth or false beliefs about weight loss, is that people quite often think that you can do a number of exercises that involve that specific part of the body, and somehow you actually get to lose more weight from your tummy or from your thighs or from your arms, whatever it is. It is clearly not the case. Okay, you cannot do that. Now, another thing is, I just wanted to clarify how the fat burning process actually works. So think of your fat as stores of energy. Okay, so fat essentially is designed as fuel. Okay, so when the body burns a molecule of fat, energy gets released in a very similar way to sugar. Okay, now the chemical process is a bit different, and there's certainly differences between burning fat and sugar, but overall you get energy out of it. Okay, so the body stores fat in various parts of the body. Okay, so you get it in your stomach, in your thighs, in your back, in your arms, and where the body decides to store fat, it really is purely genetically determined. Okay, you unfortunately do not have any control over where the body decides to put fat. Okay, so women tend to carry a little bit more fat around their thighs and hips, whereas men tend to have it more around the stomach area. Therefore, there's a term called beer belly. Okay, and it's because men tend to carry the extra fat around their belly kind of area. So that's kind of general. Those are the general trends. Of course, there are exceptions, but generally speaking, this is how it is. And as I said, where you store fat is more determined by your genetics and not by what exercises you do. So when you perform physical exercise and you're actually making your body to burn the energy stores, which is your fat, what the body will do, it will just go around the body and it will find, it will take a little bit of fat from here, a little bit of fat from there, and it will just randomly pick locations where it's going to burn the fat from. But it's not going to go and it's not going to say, okay, well, you're exercising your arms, so I'm going to go and pick the fat from your arms. Okay, it doesn't work that way. Okay, so you might be exercising your arms, but the body will take fat stores from all over the body, burn that fat to fuel your muscles in your arms if you're exercising your arms. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense when I'm saying that. So just because you're exercising a specific part of the body does not mean that you're going to be burning fat from that part of the body. So this is an important concept to understand. And it is kind of almost a bit funny when people I've been the gym goer for many years, and I have seen people where they want to lose fat around their tummy, and what they'll do is they'll actually do a lot of sit-ups, maybe planks, just thinking that, okay, I'm going to work my stomach muscles, so therefore my stomach is going to get flat. Okay, that is not the case. Okay, so yes, you will get strong core muscles, strong stomach muscles, but you will not get a flat stomach, because you're not essentially burning, you're not focusing on burning the fat from your stomach area. And while on this topic, I just want to clarify and make a bit of a distinction. So you can have amazingly strong core muscles, or your stomach and back muscles, but still carry significant amount of extra weight. So these two things are completely different concepts. Okay, so one is the layer of muscle underneath your fat, and you can strengthen it. You can do lots of core strengthening exercises. You can have really good strong core, but still carry, have a big tummy. Okay, and vice versa. You could lose a lot of weight. You could lose a lot of fat and be skinny, but not have good strong core. Okay, so that is actually, again, this is something that people, I think, misunderstand. And quite often people ask me, I want to lose weight, what sort of core exercises can you give me? And like I say, look, it's good to do core exercises, but it's not necessarily going to help you lose fat around your tummy. And again, on this, while we're on the subject, I remember many years ago, I used to go to a gym, and there was a guy there. I knew he was trying to. He had a bit of a kind of beer belly and a bit of a stomach, and he wanted to get rid of it. So what he was doing is he was doing I think he was doing hundreds of sit-ups. And then what he would do is he would go and do a couple of sets of sit-ups, and then he'd walk over to the mirror, raise his t-shirt and look at his stomach and just check if his stomach got smaller. Okay, after doing a few sets of sit-ups. So that's a very, that is probably over exaggerating it a little bit, but like that's a very good example of how people misunderstand the whole thing. Is that they think that by exercising your stomach area, your stomach is going to get flatter. It is not going to do that. Now there's a kind of umbrella term called toning. Okay, people say, I want to tone my arms, or I want to tone my thighs. Now with toning, you may, if you strengthen your muscles in that particular area, it may help you give that part of the body a bit of definition. So even though you're not burning fat from that part of the body by exercising the muscles there, because the shape of your muscles change and they grow, that can actually give you a better definition. If the appearance is what you're after, it can actually give you a better appearance in that part of the body, provided that you've lost enough fat in that area to be able to see the muscles underneath. So there's a little bit of a difference between toning and general weight loss, because for toning to work, you actually need to sufficiently lose enough fat for you to be able to see the muscle definition underneath. Hopefully that makes sense. So in summary, if you're trying to achieve improved, enhanced body shape, if you're trying to lose a bit of tummy fat or thigh fat or whatever part of the body where you'd like to target, so what you need to do is you need to first of all try to reduce the overall fat content of your body. So that means burning fat from everywhere. You cannot target specific part of the body. You need to burn fat from all over the body, and you will also burn fat from that part of the body, whatever, the one you try to target. Okay, then you can do a bit of toning if you wish. Okay, so then you can try and specifically target the muscles in that part of the body you wish to focus on, and that will give you a little bit better definition. But again, this is it will not help you get better look or better definition if there's loads of fat covering the whole area, because you're not going to see the muscle under all that thick layer of fat. Okay, so fat loss comes first, and then you can strengthen and you can give those muscles a bit of definition to make it look better. Okay, so this is generally how this works. So I wanted to make this episode today just to clarify that, because the number of people I come across who think they can just go and and hammer their stomach or thighs, and you know, they're gonna lose weight from that part of the body. There's just so many people like thinking that they can do that, and to me it sounds like a wasted effort in a way. I mean, it's still good to exercise, still great to get stronger, but I guess people just get frustrated they're not achieving the result that they want. Well, the reason is that the body just doesn't work that way. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful. Now look guys, I think this is quite a popular topic. I'm going to create a video with very similar content in a few days, and because I think with this on this topic, it's also good to get a bit of a visual. So I'm going to post this video on our Facebook page. So if you'd like to have a bit of visual, check out our Facebook page in a few days. So facebook.com/growing younger program. And yeah, it'll be sort of, if you check our Facebook page in a few days, you'll be able to see it. Okay, so all the best for now, and I'll speak to you on the next podcast.
Okay guys, so I hope you found the podcast of value. If you did and you're struggling with your own health and fitness journey, there's a link in the description for a free discovery call with me. And that free discovery call, we're going to cover off a little bit about you, your history, your goals, what you want to achieve, and maybe we can help you or not with your own health and fitness goal. So if that does sound like something that you'd like to do, then click on the link in the description, and I look forward to chatting to you in the very near future. Have a good day guys, bye bye.